It's Wednesday, so we gotta talk about chariots in ancient Egypt. Because on the newest episode of the Dirt Diaries podcast, where I broke down the Battle of Kadesh, I talked about a few differences with the Egyptian chariots as compared to the ones from the Hittites. But let's look at chariots overall in New Kingdom Egypt. And for this, we have to take a little step back in Egyptian history, because chariots really first appeared during Dynasty 17. By this point in history, the Egyptian leaders are trying to expel the Hyksos. Once chariots really enter the battle scene, they really become a staple in New Kingdom Egypt. And in fact, we know that chariots were used extensively at the Battle of Kadesh, and we get this from artwork. And from scenes like these, we can dive deeper into what these charioteers were actually doing. So first key point is, with Egypt, they only had 2 charioteers as compared to the Hittite 3. Chariot technology at this point is on their side. They are lighter, they are able to cut better. And in this scene specifically from Abu Simbel, we see 2 men being pulled in a chariot by 2 horses. We know it's 2 because of all the legs. One holds a shield and the other is actually an archer. But if you look carefully, the reins are actually attached to his waist. Now, for a while, this was actually believed to just be an artistic choice, that nobody would really be having the reins around their waist. And the reason for this really came from images of the king being shown alone in a chariot. Therefore, he would have to do everything on his own. He's shooting, he's conquering, and he's driving his chariot. But evidence has actually shown that this was probably pretty possible, especially if multiple people are in the chariot. Why? Because by tying off the reins onto your waist, you are holding the horses steady, kind of ancient cruise control. And the weight and the power from the horses would actually offset your own weight as an archer. Therefore, you were actually able to continue shooting without the risk or fear that you're gonna fall off the back. And for those looking for more, check out the newest episode of the Dirt Diaries podcast wherever you get podcasts on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and more.